shot like 2 chains. I done swerved in a new lane. Dang it, the quick do things. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad. Drop top, coupe.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement. Well, as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
All day, every day, any day.
Gun. Over.
On second down, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
From the gun, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
No, check. Patriot. Here we go now. Green 39.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, Collins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Jackson on 1st down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 42 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And now running right through it. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Eluding the pressure right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Tannehill being chased out left. Over the middle, complete. It's Drake. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tannehill now to throw. By top, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Here we go.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially open the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Tight end right. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They run with Collins. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Green 39.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
4 down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
4 down.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Tannehill now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Ravens taking the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now it's Wilson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20, 10, 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Tannehill. Dancing to his left. Hard throw, incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now Tannehill. Being chased out left. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run here with Balazs. And he'll work it.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Tannehill now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, got 4 down.
Yep, got 20.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
They run it with Balazs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Set. Got 20.
Now Balaj. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. Second and goal from the 1.
Run. Ready, hunt!
Here's a run with Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go now.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Alert! Now let's go! 3-19!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch of the game for Crabtree. It's a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
13. Now let's go!
Trying And to shake off the interception from the last drive, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. That one was intended for John Brown. That'll bring up second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Gun! Now let's go. 3-19.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
3 down.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a...
With a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 down. Alert.
Throwing now, Tannehill, buying time to his left. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 17. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had vision.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now Drake, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Tannehill going to throw it. Steps away to his left. That is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll stay on the ground. Barrage again. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Off the plate fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. One last shot for Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.